This is the TOOCAA NOVA, a 10-watt laser that promises effortless creation straight out of the box. It's packed with features, it looks the part, and it costs almost exactly the same as the best beginner laser I've ever tested. So the question here is simple. Is this the future of laser cutting for beginners? And can the TOOCAA NOVA bring anything new to the table? A few months ago, I reviewed the Creality Falcon A1, and I called it probably the best beginner laser I'd ever used. And now we've got a new contender, with some really new exciting usability features, and a completely different approach to software. TOOCAA are pitching this as an AI-powered laser engraver with Class 1 safety for effortless desktop creation, which sounds great. But once I started using it, I realised this isn't just a new machine, it's a completely different way of working, and I'm not convinced that that's a good thing. I'll show you exactly why, but first, let's look at what comes in the box. The bundle I've been sent is the Creator Bundle. It comes in at £666, or just under $900, which, well, I'm not superstitious, but 666 is a loaded number, right? Inside you get a 10-watt laser module, a rotary engraver, a blade cutting panel, and air assist. On paper, it ticks every box. It's got auto laser focus, 90-degree X-axis rotation, camera positioning, fully enclosed design, exhaust, safety.
And honestly, first impressions are solid.
Setup is ridiculously simple. Genuinely one of the fastest I've seen. But there are a couple of things you need to be aware of, especially around safety, and you do need to watch that section of the video.
Unboxing this thing was actually a really lovely experience. I know packaging shouldn't matter, but I genuinely think it does.
It's the first encounter with a product that you're going to run into, and it's got a soft touch out of box, and it just feels premium. Open that up and everything inside is clearly labelled. It's genuinely one of the best beginner-friendly unboxing experience I've ever seen. If you've never set up a laser before, you're going to love this. This is a great start. So credit where it's due, well done TOOCAA. Then we move on to the actual setup. And this is where things get a little less polished. The instructions will tell you to scan a QR code, which I did, but it didn't work. And when I followed another link I found, that took me to a Chinese website that isn't optimized for mobile. Luckily, the setup's not very complicated. You just connect the air tube, plug in the air pump, connect the power supply, install the laser module with 2 screws, and it's all pretty straightforward. But still, for a product aimed at beginners, it's a bit of a red flag. I will say I've challenged TOOCAA on this and several other things I've found, and they came back to me in under 24 hours and told me this is being fixed, but at the time of this review, this is where things are at. Next, Wi-Fi, which means using the touchscreen. And on my unit, it was misaligned, so I had to tap above where I wanted to press, which made typing a password painful. When I did manage to get the Wi-Fi sync though, the unit did update automatically, which was great, until it wiped all the Wi-Fi settings and I had to start again. Not ideal.
But here's the thing, hardware doesn't really matter that much anymore. Or at least to a point. Software is much more important, and depending on the type of user you are, it's either going to be the TOOCAA's strongest suite or its weakest.
The final part of your setup happens on your computer. It's actually a bit of a hybrid process, so you're jumping between the touchscreen on the laser and your computer, so unless you enjoy walking backwards and forwards between rooms, I definitely recommend just using a laptop here. Now, the software itself is actually refreshingly simple. You just head to the website, there's nothing to install, it all just runs on your browser, which is a bit odd, but actually very simple to get involved with. When you do first connect though, you do get a slightly worrying pop-up, and have to question whether this level of control of your machine is really necessary. Before we get into the software properly, let's actually make something with it. So I'm currently working on a project creating signage and merchandise for a charity. This was actually the perfect test for it. First job, QR code nameplates. These names are all different horses that are at the charity, and the QR codes link to various things where you can sponsor those ponies. So if you want to do that, I'm sure they'd be very grateful. And this is where the Nova shines. You load the software, you drop in your design, assign colours for cut, engrave, and you're done. There's no messing with focus, airflow or settings, it's all just handled for you. And the results are clean, accurate. The QR codes scan perfectly. Honestly, for a beginner, this is exactly what you want. But then things start to go slightly wrong. When I moved to image engraving, which to be fair did eventually look great, mid-job, the laser just disconnected twice, which meant restarting the machine, turning it physically on and off, restarting the browser, which then meant I lost my project entirely, and so I had to get back to square one. And when I did manage to get it back, the camera alignment has shifted slightly. Now I assumed it would be accurate, which in fairness is on me, but It wasn't. It didn't reframe properly, and suddenly all that effortless workflow we were having before is just working against you. Because when you're relying on the software to get everything right, well, you get my drift.
And this is where the TOOCAA's whole design philosophy is going to start dividing people, because their browser-based software is supposed to remove the most frustrating steps out of laser cutting.
Focusing, positioning, settings, airflow, even parts of the design process. And to be fair, when it works, it's brilliant. It's genuinely intuitive, it's fast, it's very easy to use, but when it doesn't, you've got nowhere to go. Here's a good example. At the start of each project, you need to frame the material you're working on to make sure your cut's in the right place. Several times I clicked frame and got a message saying the laser was busy, even though it wasn't. And that raises a bigger question. What happens when something like autofocus goes wrong? My much more expensive camera that I'm shooting this on gets focus wrong all the time. It's definitely the camera's fault. Can I manually override it here? Honestly, I don't know. I can't find the instructions. You can tweak settings for different materials, and don't get me wrong, making things accessible is great, but not if it comes at the cost of locking down basic controls. Another thing about the software is on the button on the left-hand side, there's a button called AI generation, which, I don't know, always feels like a red flag at the moment. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of AI generation in general. I think it encourages people to skip the creative part and just churn out whatever they can sell. But personally, I just want AI to handle the boring stuff and not the fun creative stuff. But this is a review, so I gave it a go. I typed in the prompt flames and it generated a couple of images. I didn't end up liking them, so I ended up just using an online vector instead.
And even if it had worked, well, let's just say this sort of generative AI is just not for me, and leave it there. I ended up just grabbing a free vector online, which was not only faster, but worked perfectly.
Now, I'll be honest, I've never actually used one of these before, and I was really impressed by how simple it was.
Which is lucky, because there are absolutely zero instructions in the box about the rotary tool. They are in that wiki I mentioned earlier, which, don't forget, is linked down below.
But it is crazy simple. First, you remove the honeycomb bed or the blade cutting panel. Then you slide the gantry out of the way. Then you put the rotary unit in place. Line it up with the two mounting holes, secure it using the screws at the back. It's a bit of a fiddle because the Allen key that's included in this handy little tool section isn't quite long enough, but you get there. Once that's locked in, connect the cable to the port at the back of the machine, and that's it. You're done. Depending on what you're engraving, you've got a couple of options for holding your material. There are little rubber jaws and a set of chucks included. They just slot into place. You just press the little silver lever on top and they lock in securely. From there, I mounted a thermos flask. Then went back to the gantry, loosened the red screws, rotated at 90 degrees, tightened it all back up, and you are ready to go. Now, because you're working at 90 degrees, the camera can't really help you here. It's perpendicular to the surface, but the framing tool worked really well for positioning. I ran a couple of tests. First, a simple line, and then a full image engrave. And overall, the results were really solid. I did run into one issue, but that was a me problem, not a laser issue, because on the full fill engrave, the heat buildup was enough to slightly distort the shape of the metal flask, so whoops. But that's on me, so I'm not going to hold it against the machine. Because overall, this worked really, really well. The results looked great, the process was straightforward, and it's easily one of the most user-friendly rotary setups I've seen, although, as I say, I've not got a huge amount of experience in this area. But it's a major reason to recommend this laser. And I really wish more companies put more effort into the setup and integration and usability and ergonomics that TOOCAA really have on this machine.
And now we need to talk about safety, and if you're only going to pay attention to one part of the video, it should be this bit. Because in other laser videos you'll see online, this is something that's constantly underplayed.
You see all these lovely marketing photos of lasers sitting in living rooms next to pets, families gathered round, and honestly, unless you really don't like your family, don't do that. A laser should be running in a well-ventilated space, ideally a garage, workshop or external building. You can't properly extract all the fumes and particles created when you're cutting and burning materials like wood, plastics and metals. This is not something you want anywhere near your lungs. Now, TOOCAA make a big deal about safety on their website, and to be fair, there are some good things here. The machine is fully enclosed, which helps contain fumes. It's got a dual extraction exhaust. Opening the lid instantly cuts the laser. There's tilt detection if the laser shifts, and there's flame detection built in. In fact, that flame detection is probably a little bit too sensitive because mine wouldn't run in full direct sunlight. There is also a child lock built into the touchscreen.
But here's the issue, is what it doesn't have that matters more. It doesn't have a manual kill switch. That child lock is buried inside the touchscreen's menu, which if something goes wrong, you don't have to be digging through a touchscreen to turn off your laser to prevent a fire. You just want a physical button you can hit instantly.
But probably worst of all, there's no safety glasses included in the box. TOOCAA do offer a home studio bundle with a smoke purifier, but that pushes the price up to around £791, which is around £230 more than the base model. Personally though, I'd skip that and either buy a separate purifier from Amazon or similar websites, use my affiliate links please, or just vent directly through a window. Either way, don't ignore this part, it matters.
So after testing all the features, I'm ready to give my first impressions. And yes, they are a bit mixed, but I don't think I'm the sort of laser user that is being targeted by this machine.
On one hand, if you're a complete beginner, this is very, very easy to get started with. I don't think you'll be disappointed. The setup is simple, the software is fairly intuitive, and when you're working with materials that have been pre-calibrated by TOOCAA, the results are genuinely excellent. It really does deliver on that promise of just get started and make something. But on the flip side, that simplicity comes at a cost. You're heavily reliant on the software, and when that gets glitchy, the whole experience starts to fall apart. The built-in AI features don't really add anything, and I'm personally just not a fan. I appreciate others may differ their opinions here, but it's not for me. And on the hardware side of things, the A4 working area is going to get limited really quickly. There are some clever design choices here, but they're undermined by a few key issues. There's oversensitive flame detection, a lack of manual overrides, and a touchscreen that on my unit at least was misaligned and unresponsive, which is a real shame because it lets the whole experience down.
And then there's safety. There's no manual kill switch, no safety glasses included in the box. For a machine that's literally burning things inside an enclosed box, I just think those are basic standards. But ultimately, the thing people care about most is price. And in this configuration, the TOOCAA Nova comes in at £666, or just under $900. And to be fair, for the specs you get, that's not unreasonable. You're getting a decent bundle of almost everything you need, including a honeycomb, in the box, ready to go. The problem is, at that price point, you're going to go directly up against major brands like Quality and their incredible Falcon A1. And for basically the same money, that gives you a bigger working area, albeit with a different workflow, a larger and more complete set of safety features, including that automatic kill switch and safety glasses. And so my opinion hasn't really changed. I still think the Creality Falcon A1 is a better laser for those wanting a bit more flexibility in their workflow. But I think you should make up your own mind on that one. I'll leave a review of the Creality A1 on screen now so you can go and check that out and compare. It may be that you prefer an out-the-box, no-fuss approach, which is exactly what the TOOCAA does really well. I'll leave that over to you, and I'll close out by just saying a huge thank you to everybody who's watched this video to this point. You are all absolute legends. If you haven't, please consider subscribing to the channel for more no-nonsense reviews like this one, and like the video, leave a comment underneath to let me know what you think. Is this the sort of laser you would buy? Let me know. I'll also say a huge thank you to everyone who supports me over on Patreon, joins in the chat over on my Discord. You are all absolute heroes and you know who you are. And I'll close out finally by saying that I'm James, this is RisingApe Minis, and I will see you next time.